Well guys, it's been a while since I've done a land video, so I thought I'd come out here to our land and just kind of take a look around. It's actually been 2 months since I've been over here, mostly because I had my little bout of COVID and I haven't, wanted to take the risk of getting out here and doing a whole lot of work and getting all exhausted and everything. But just to kind of give you a point of reference here, those two stakes, which you can see right here, okay, that one, and then there's one just right in that area. Those two stakes are where the end of the house is hopefully going to be. That'll be the garage side. And then over here you can see some other stakes coming through all the way over to there. And our ideal spot is like right, where's my finger go? Right over here would be the other end of the house. So it'll be a long house, not a very deep house, but it'll be kind of a little bit longer, a little bit more farmhouse style and everything, and we want to take advantage of that view that we have. In the wintertime, there's a hillside over there that you can just faintly make out right on there. You'll get to see cattle and stuff like that up on the hill. But there's so many trees right over here on this side that you can, it's a lot of privacy. There's a neighbor over here, a neighbor over there, and then an empty lot on a neighbor over there. Back behind those trees are on our property too, but behind those trees is a farm. And then over here is another little bit of farm with sheep on the neighbors. I met the guy there one time. So it's a really cool spot. I'm really excited about this. You can see we've kind of let it go. We're probably going to have it bush hogged this fall and get everything all knocked down again, but I like the meadow look. There's a lot of advantages to it because right over here in this area, there's a whole bunch of milkweed. And so we're kind of letting that grow for those monarchs. You'll also notice that over here, in this spot right there, and I'll zoom in on it a little bit here in a second, is some passion vine, just some wild passion vine. And the Gulf frittilary butterflies really love that. That is a host plant for them. So if you want butterflies, you find the host plants and you put them out there. But this is passion flower. It is a very good pollinator plant. A lot of things like to use it for getting nectar, and when it produces a pod, it's actually edible, which is pretty cool. And if you look at the leaves here, it's got these like 3-lobe leaves on them, not to be confused with another 3-leaved type plant. It is definitely not poison ivy, not dangerous to human touching. But I don't see any butterfly larvae climbing over here, but it's there if they want it. But most of the grass that we have here is pretty weedy stuff. It's Johnson grass, which is pretty invasive. So we'll have to go through and take care of a lot of that. On the back side over here, in that area, all this stretch, all the way over here, is filled with privet. And privet is pretty awful. It's a Chinese invasive plant that it smells great in the spring, but it just really overruns things. So you want to avoid that if at all possible. So this area here would actually be the backyard for us. So it's got a little bit of a slope and it slopes down in that direction here. That's where all the water and everything would go. It would have the sun coming from that side in the afternoon. So we'd end up with afternoon sun in the backyard, or I'm sorry, afternoon shade and morning sun from the tree, or morning shade from the trees. I can't get that right. So here's a little bit of milkweed. You'll notice that there's some bugs climbing all over it. Those are milkweed bugs. Milkweed is a host for several different types of insects. The most notable of which, of course, is monarch butterflies, but there's always some other things that can enjoy it. Well, now here's an interesting turn of events. I have a game camera up over here, although admittedly this particular camera needed to be probably replaced. I think it was having a problem. But the tree that this was attached to has completely rotted away from the bottom and fallen off. So I'm going to have to extricate that camera over here. Let's see if I can get to it somehow. Yeah, it's not that far off. Just undo these little things here. Fortunately, it's not like buried under the tree. Let's see. And if you have a recommendation on a good game camera that people can't tamper with, drop something in the comments, because I've had these things messed with before and that's never fun. So there's my camera. And there's the fallen tree. Check that out. That's pretty crazy. Alright, now this was a pathway that I was maintaining, but it was nearby where that tree fell, which of course has pushed down the privet on top of it, but you can still squeeze under and through, probably getting through some spider webs and whatnot. But if you walk down this way, this takes you over to where our pawpaw trees are. So I was curious, since we're getting close, I wanted to come out and check them. Got some fallen branches. That happens a lot. Some of these trees are older, not in the greatest of shape. So what I've done is I actually had a rock out here to mark where my pawpaws were. And things have grown up so much in the last little bit, I don't even see the rock where I usually put it. I just didn't go far enough. There it is. We've got a little tunnel going in right here. And lots of spider webs. Holy mackerel. But these are our pawpaw trees. Over here and up there. Check those leaves. Aren't they pretty? Beautiful trees. And they produce their fruit, which can be somewhere between a mango and a pineapple in taste. But I'm not seeing anything on them. I actually did find one pawpaw tree, or one pawpaw right in this area here. I'll zoom in on that so you can see it a little bit better. There might be a couple more up there. I'll have to come back. They're not ripe yet. I shook the tree and nothing fell out. Usually if they're ripe, a couple of them will fall out. And there's a couple more up even higher. The problem with these pawpaws is they are so tall. They've been competing in the woods and they're just trying to get some height, to get some sunlight in. What would be great is if I had some pawpaws in another spot, which I actually have some pawpaws that I can plant out in a more accessible location that came from seed that I collected from these pawpaws. Here's another little trail that I've cut. This one actually we created using the mower and some clippers and things. You do have to duck down a little bit to come out. But here we emerge on the back side of the clearing. I want to have trails and all kinds of things in the back here. The Pawpaw Trail. So I hope you enjoyed that short little visit over here to our land. We're looking forward to finally building on here, and as far as time frame goes, we're hoping that next year is the year to get started. So it's taken a while to get here, but you know, good things come to those who wait, and we just got to keep on working hard. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know this is a little different from the other garden videos that we've got here. So, you know, please like and subscribe. We'll have more about the building side of things probably next year when we actually start doing it. We'll try to detail some of that, and so you'll get to see how that goes. And I'm looking forward to, once that's built, to actually doing some really amazing gardens out here. I'm really excited. So anyway, with that, thanks for watching.